You have to treat her nicely.
किसी भी चीज़ को पूरी शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसको तुमसे मिलाने की साजिश में लग जाती है.
SRK.
Janvi is a young and dynamic founder, driven by a passion for empowering women at every stage of life. With her company SOQO, she is re-engineering lingerie to provide solutions for all. SOQO's mission is to make periods safer for all women. They aim to end the stigma around natural bodies, periods, and bladder leaks that affect women on a daily basis.
Your girl is working on period discharge.
That's the intro we have. Okay, thank you, Janvi, for doing this. So, backstory, we'll show you a flashback in the recap because the audio got crashed. We're doing it again. So sweet of her to do that again. But
Third time, they say third time is a charm.
third time is a charm. Okay, so Janvi, thank you for doing this. Yeah, so the laugh is for a reason. No? Note that. But yeah, thank you. Okay, so how young are you, Janvi?
How young? 25.
25.
You know you're not supposed to ask women their age. Cut it. Fourth time is a charm.
Fourth time is a charm. Okay, now the question is this. You're doing great in terms of, I was going through your LinkedIn because I said I wanted to ask a lot of questions. I was going through LinkedIn, I was going through your website, your Instagram, everything to understand the person you are. Very, very enthusiastic, very energetic. So my first question is that the energy and enthusiasm what you put, is it a cope-up mechanism what you do to yourself to manage stress?
No, man, I'm just batshit crazy by birth. just, I think that's something that I have been, like I was a stupid kid back in school, back at home. I had the most craziest idea. I would not stop, super enthu. So yeah, I think it just has gotten more latent with age. You can call it grace.
With age, yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so when you say stupid, so you mean you are rebellious?
Non-conformist, yes. So I believe ki girls are given a lot less parameters to be cool. Either you have to be like really good looking, or you have to be really smart, or you just have to say yes to everything. And if you're the naughty girl, if you are the girl who's like, wants to play a lot, talk to boys or play with boys, or just, not adhere to the norms, you are marked as the bad girl and then considered a problem, not just by your teachers, your peers, your parents, your neighbors. So and for boys it is, oh my God, बहुत शरारती लड़का है.
Are you happy, Janvi?
हाँ, very.
Very?
Yeah.
Feel content?
Not content, because if I were content, I would not be moving.
Good point. Yeah. Are you spiritual?
Yes.
Very much.
Yes.
Does that give you a helping hand in your
Obviously,
stress?
bro, when there's like nobody around, I'll be speaking to God Ji. And like, Bhagwan,
The only
kya kar rahe ho?
access. The only access.
I'm like,
The only person who's never offline.
I'm
Nice.
like, God Ji, please, what are we doing here?
No, nice. That's great. I think that is making you a person. So I think you did one more podcast before this. So, and when Mandita gave you a compliment, you said God's grace. Very humble in that. So you believe that this is your duty to do it?
No, man. It's not my duty. There's no duty. There's always a choice. And I've been given a choice by God. And I choose to do this.
Interesting. Okay.
So, I would have not given a damn about it.
Yeah.
And continue to live my life. I am a pretty girl after all. I could marry rich, be very comfortable with my dogs and my cute hobbies. But this is what I like doing, because I think, no idea comes into your life without a purpose. And if I were put in situations that I was in, that I must, respect God's decision to put me through
Interesting.
those
Nice.
ways. And किसी को भी idea आ सकता था.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Everybody has their own journey, and you need to be grateful for the journey you've had to be able to see what good you have in it, because that is completely special to you, and only then you could be honing and acing life, because it starts with you being grateful first for what you've had and what you've don't.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice. SOQO. Why SOQO?
Because we're so cool, because we're so comfortable, because we're so confident. And SOQO basically means SOQO,
Okay.
Hindi mein SOQO,
Yeah.
or to soak.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it was like a very
Cool name.
Yeah, a very flowy name.
Absolutely,
So,
yes. Nice. What's your vision? Not SOQO's vision, your vision of you. Let's say where you see yourself, not financially and thing. That's a part of a journey, but mentally. Yeah. And at the same time, what is Janvi all about? If I have to put few arrows there and there, what all I can fill there? Like, let's say hobbies or the person she is. Describe yourself. Because I want to know what made you a strong entrepreneur, or you're on the journey of strong entrepreneurship. Is this qualities matching an entrepreneur quality? Basically, I'm just comparing.
Okay, so I per se have been like a very best out of waste kind of a person, like a very DIY person, a person who loves people, a person who has a lot of energy,
Yeah.
a person who loves fashion, a person who loves women, a person who loves nature. So I think it was all like things coming together.
Right.
Yeah, so that is all of me.
Okay. What are your hobbies? You said you like to do. What's your hobbies? Tell me.
My hobbies are, as I mentioned, I call myself kabadi, because
Had
I
it
have
been
a hard time like losing onto things. So
Okay.
I'm usually the person who would be like, I can make use of it later.
Okay.
And that's how I have like a lot of kabad that I ultimately used to make my scrapbooks.
Okay.
So I would have like small keepsakes
Oh, nice.
of people, of memories, that I use it to journal. I love doing yoga. I think me as a person, I'm very like pro movement person. So I love dancing. I love music. I
Interesting.
like to maintain health. कि अगर मैं कभी ऐसे पेड़ के ऊपर लटक गई,
You have
so
to
I'll
do a
be
pull
like,
up and come in.
yeah, I must be able to, like the survival instinct of a startup entrepreneur kicks in. कि I must be able to like pull myself up. So I need to be like enough fit.
Yeah, got
there.
it.
So yeah.
Oh, nice. At 19, you said you started.
हाँ जी.
So, and you said SOQO was not the first one. You had two before that. And everything was around period care, female hygiene thing. What made you, like, did you see any particular instant? Is there a cause which happened to you? Any personal story which you were completely into the female hygiene, or, personal?
I particularly, so it was a lot of experience, ठीक है, मतलब just being a girl, being around girls. मतलब my last experience of world was high school, where everybody is just hitting puberty, left, right, center. And मतलब at the age of 19, I took like an admin role at an NGO where we were like teaching kids. It was called Gramiksha. So I had like a lot of insights, why kids are not coming. And me as a person, I like to talk a lot. And, I'm super anal like that, very introspective, I will have to know, like, if I have the interest, I will go deep into it. So, and for me, it was like my first job that I wanted to do nicely.
Okay.
So I wanted to be, my ultimate KPI was attendance should be high. And I was like, bhai, why are the girls not coming? We are doing everything in our power. We are dancing to songs they want us to dance to. We're doing activities. We're having fun. They should come. But then I realized upon talking to them कि सफ़ेद सलवार पहन के ज़मीन पे पढ़ना पड़ता है, बाथरूम गंदा है, गवर्नमेंट स्कूल है तो they are not like there no budgets for pads. There's so many girls. Why would like a government school go on giving pads to everyone? When I went about asking their parents to realize exactly क्या problem थी, then I realized earning members are 2, people who are getting fed with that income are 6, and that ratio completely gets skewed up when it is like more number of girls compared to boys, because you have to take care of menstrual care for your mother, 2 daughters, when earning person is just 1.
Right.
So it started from there when I actually, for the first time, I could see what period poverty in India was. And coming from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, which is like a tribal state, 70 to 80% of our population are women who come from tribal India. So it was like the right thing to do, because they did not have access or information. And I thought ki, I could do it better. And that just made me start ki, at least I know what is going around. And this was enough to motivate me to, put forward a good ass effort into, going all in educating. And just, it was education, awareness, and distribution of pads. And we would do that by raising crowdfund. I would ask my friends, कि तुम एक बियर कम पीना, चुपचाप पैसे डालो क्राउड फंड में. So yes.
Oh, nice. Well, very interesting. I'm very fascinated, Janvi, because I heard you speak in an event. And I was just, because my intention was also to invite you for the podcast, also to meet other people. And I think Vandita had met you in the previous particular party, and she came back and she told, she's amazing, and I was like, she's mind blowing. And I'm like, okay. So she built a character which had so much of aura. I met you, we couldn't have any conversation. I was seeing you were having that much of aura, and you were clearly tired. You were clearly tired because you had a long day. I'm hoping you were tired, but you kept that energy. You kept the enthusiasm. And out of all the people, the moment you explained what is SOQO all about, what do you do, and everything, everyone was really listening, very, very attentive. The moment the event got over, there's a bunch of crowd comes, Janvi. At 25, inspiring people, right? Because first of all, a guy like me, though because I was into yoga and thing, I had to study about menstrual basic things, but generally we don't have an idea. We don't have a clear idea. We say you get periods.
Even we don't about boys like.
You guys get periods? Oh, it's bad. That's it. But we know what a woman go through, and you explain that it's 4 different type of women in a month, and that was a very good line what you told. So when you came up with the business idea like that, when you went to a family, how was your experience?
So initially they don't give like ऐसा 2 shits about it. They were like कि हाँ कुछ कर रही है करने दो, career banana. Like who would pay for that shit? Like she's teaching, cool, good for you. She's doing the non-profit job, yeah, good for you. But like, what are you exactly doing and how are you? They were like, I think they were pretty patient when it came to letting me be.
Okay.
Because like they did not like go out of the way to support me. And that was like a bit sad for a kid. Ki, why would you not do that? Because you want to support, you want to see your parents support your dreams.
Yeah.
And your girl is working on period discharge. So and for my mom, who is coming from like a pretty conservative part of the state, where like women have this long veils and women are not talking about anything like that, and then there's a girl who has absolutely no shame. So it was a bit, I would say they were a bit hesitant. But, koi bhi hoga, I think any person would be, any parent would be. But it was only after validation that I got from IIM Ahmedabad. I got myself SOQO incubated at IIM Ahmedabad. We got funded from Startup India. We started seeing early traction. Acha, sales aa rahi thi, that was not like, they knew that this girl could sell and she would like sell cow dung also. But the validation was with IIM Ahmedabad, the best of the best incubation center in India, putting hands on the Yeki, we see what she's doing, we believe in her. So that was, I think, it. And this also happened back in class 12th also.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my parents gave no two shits about it because I was like the naughty kid. Like I would score 40. Like I would barely pass. And I would like not even go to my teachers to get my marks increased because I was like, jitna likha hai utte hi aayenge. But then I scored like really good marks in class 12th. And I was like, ab bolo.
Yeah, validation is something you would need to keep showing them.
Yeah, it's validation is just for...
I don't think so. Why? Because how much of validation you see for a moment, yes. But again, they'll go back to the loop. I think it is the narratives in their head.
Yeah, so when you're starting off now, and me, I was still like, am living with my parents. Because it is hard. I am a bootstrapped startup and trying to create, and there are pros and cons to everything. As in, if you're a young entrepreneur, yes, you'll be, applauded for your courage, you'll be applauded for your age, you'll be applauded for the insight you've had at a very young age, but nobody sees the lack of experience you have, the lack of network you have, the lack of resources you have, the lack of belief that you have in oneself early on in your career. And initially you start giving tawajjo or, the heaviness to that validation. But then you realize, I am going to do what I'm going to do. And I see the problem, I see the market, I see what I'm doing. So that eventually also fades away.
Last two questions, then you're free from us. Also, before we move to the last two questions, how has Bangalore been treating you so far?
Everybody treats me nicely.
We have to treat her nicely. That's because she brings that much of energy. We need to handle that. Like, give her all the
mush. Yes. Bangalore was nice. It was pretty. People were sweet. Loved the trees. Also got a little heartbroken because I got to know that a lot of trees were cut off. Mm-hmm. So,
welcome to Bangalore.
Upset with the fact that there are no sunset points. I could not find any. The only sunset I saw was through the canopy of those trees. So, yeah.
Nice. Any feedback from your customers which made you feel like quitting or changing the complete SKU? Anything that you felt like that one moment you felt, I want to stop this?
Nah, man, I'm not stopping for anyone but me. So
that's the intro we have. At least that we got intro, guys. Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty non-affected by other people.
Very nice.
You're not everybody who speaks negatively about you must affect
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah.
Feedbacks are different from criticism, and if there's a feedback on product, we take it as a feedback. Mostly, though, I don't think women have been rude or have been men. Yes. They've definitely made me cry, and like the older, richer ones, and the more experienced ones. So yeah,
that's good. Last question. A lot of young girls are watching this. Okay, just started. The podcast name is Curious Guy Podcast. That's okay. The podcast name is Curious Guy Podcast.
Okay.
Quite curious about everything. Technically, generally the person I am. From a yoga and meditation coach, I'm sitting like this and talking to you is because I'm curious. Because what variables you use to bring this outcome? This is always a question to everyone. Correct? Now, but everyone who's watching this, every young girl I've met a lot of young girls. One, they don't have courage. Two, maybe they have an idea. they don't know how to go forward. 3, they don't have experience. They think that they need to have experience to start off. So question is, you are working on a very simple, more effective industry, that is period care. A lot of opportunities are there. Yeah. Can you list out few opportunities, and can you end the note by giving an amazing advice to all the young girls who wants to hustle like you and who wants to prove a point to family and the society?
1, there is no point to prove but to yourself. Number 2, I would like to quote my favorite quote, which is, किसी भी चीज़ को पूरी शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसको तुमसे मिलाने की साजिश में लग जाती है.
SRK.
Yes, to all the girls who love SRK, including me, take this as your and कि the second quote in the movie was कि अगर ending अच्छी नहीं लगती तो बदल दो, क्योंकि picture अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त. So all of that being said, you know, if you really wanted, like पार्वती जी को शिव जी चाहिए थे, तो she did everything in her power to have that person in her life. So you must, 1, want it dearly. For me, it is money and the impact that I'm making with the most dearest thing to me on this planet, which is women. And मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है क्योंकि I get to do this while, and again, like the best advice that was given to me was by the founder of Menstrupedia, Aditi Gupta, who made like a comic on period care to girls, and it's like period care simplified. And तुम्हें पता है उसका क्या हुआ? It got translated into 40 different languages. Whoa. And is now currently in all parts of the country and in different parts of country, Africa वगैरह में भी है.
Damn.
So, and she is making money.
Of course.
With a lot of impact.
Right.
And that's the dream. So, किसी भी चीज़ को पूरी शिद्दत से चाहो.
100%.
The world will, you know, find its way to make it happen. But the point is कि do you want it badly? Don't do it for anybody else but yourself. Because you will be answering yourself every single day, every single night, on every day of your failure, on every day of your win. There'll be people who will support you, but nobody will be right next to you. It will just be you. So find something to, and you know, to love something so much, तुमको ऐसा लगेगा कि you need to love yourself more. नहीं. You can love something by being completely empty and also absorb and imbibe that love into yourself. So it's a journey that you take, but the first starts with awareness and the want. Do you want it that badly? That's it. If you do, you'll find a way. Trust me.
Right. Now, thank you for that. I think not only girls, I am also inspired by that. Ladies and gentlemen, Janvi Tewari. But yeah, before we go, any few opportunities in the world of period care or female hygiene?
No, man. Just observe, because I think I don't believe in spoon feeding at all.
Good.
To explore,
Good. Very
engage,
nice.
And figure out for yourself.
Very nice. That was great. And thank you so much, Janvi, for doing this for the 4th time. Yeah.